Hello YouTube and welcome to another Linux tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Linux command bat. So are you ready? Let's get started. So actually the bat command is a replacement for the famous cat command in Linux. So it was actually written using the Rust language, okay? So we're gonna see its features over the cat command. So in order to demonstrate that, let me show you some example here on my Debian machine. So here I am on my hypervisor Proxmox and I'm running actually an LXC container Debian, okay? So for example, in order to read a file, we use usually the cat command. So let's say for example, I want to see which OS I'm running here. I can use the cat command, okay? So simply it displays the content of this OS release file, okay? So here we're gonna actually install a better cat, which is the bat command actually in Ubuntu or here in Debian actually, not Ubuntu, okay? So in order to install it, simple as update to update the repositories. Then after that we're gonna run install our bat command, okay? So now let's install this bat command, which is not installed by default on most Linux distributions. So I'm gonna run command up install bat. Here we go, and command or the bat command will be installed, okay? So the bat command is installed actually, but here if we execute the same command that we used using the cat, but instead of that we used bat, we get command not found, but we just install it simply because in some distributions, in order to use the bat, we use the bat cat, okay? So if I use the bat cat, here we go, we can see the new features of this bat command, okay? So it has actually syntax highlighted, but here as we are reading just a simple file, we don't have any syntax highlighting, okay? But we have here, as you can see, line numbers, okay? So let's first fix the issue with the bat. So I will create an alias called the bat for the bat cat, okay? So in order to do that, as you may know, it's simple as opening the file bash rc, and we're gonna add an alias at the end. So bat is equal to actually bat cat, okay? So let's exit that, yes, and I will execute once again bash in order to make the configuration active. So now instead of using bat cat, I will just simply use the bat and we get the same result, okay? So in order to show you the syntax highlighted, you can see here under this directory I have Flask examples, okay? So if I look on it, actually I have also a directory called hello, okay? And inside it I have an application written using Python. So let's open this file here using the bat command just to show you the syntax highlighting. So I will use bat, so Flask examples, then hello, then the file name is up.py, which is a Python file. Here we go. So now you can see the syntax highlighting using the bat command, which is a good feature actually in order to work with the bat command, okay? So we're gonna see actually some other features that we can actually do using the bat command. So we can simply create a file using this bat command. So I will just type bat and greater sign. Then here I will input a file, for example file 01. So as I told you, bat can also create files, so let's create a file called file 01. And if I hit enter, I can enter my input. This is a test file, for example, and welcome, for example, okay? So let me just type it that correctly. And in order to quit, I will just type Ctrl C. Here we go. So now if I do an ls, you can see that I have created a file called 01. I can see its content using the bat command. Here we go. So this is also one of the features that come with the bat. Okay. Let me return back to the file that was written using Python here. So which is actually this file here. I can use other commands in order just to list some specific file. So let's say, for example, I want to just show the file or the lines from 15 to 17. So I can do that very easily. So I will use the same command, but here I will add another option, -r, and here I will just type 15 to 17, for example. So this command will just show me the lines from 15 to 17 included, and as you can see, I get the same result. If, for example, I want to show all the line from 15 to the end, all I have to do is just to get rid of this 17 here and make it just like that, empty. And here we go, we get all the files from number 15 to 17. Okay. I can also highlight specific file or specific line. So for example, let me show you that. So let me, for example, for this file, I want just to highlight, for example, line number 28. So I can do that very easily. So I will just add another option, -H, then I will type here the line number. So this command will highlight the line number 28. Here we go, and you can see it's highlighted. I can highlight many files or many lines actually. Let's say I want to, for example, highlight this function here from 30 to 31. I can do it also very easily using the same pattern that we have done when selecting the files. Okay, so it will highlight just 2 files or 2 lines actually here. As you can see, it's pretty easy, pretty neat, as you can see. So actually, as you can see here, it supports the Python language, but you can see all supported languages using the command bat -- list languages. Okay, here we go. So you can see here the different languages that the bat command supports. Okay, so let's quit that. Another thing here, as I told you, this file here is actually cloned from the Git repository. Okay, and the bat command has some actually Git integration. So if I open this file here from this Git repository here using nano editor, and if I try, for example, to add just a command here, for example, this is a comment. Okay, and if I save this file, here we go. So let's open it using the bat command this time. You will notice that the bat actually shows that there is some change here. So as you can see here with this sign here, it means that there is a change in the file. Okay, so if I delete this file, you will see a minus. If I add, for example, another line, you see a plus sign. So bat has also some Git integration inside it. So you can see all the different actually features that this bat command has over the cat command. Okay, so actually it has many features, but here I just showed you the most important ones. It can also use to cat or concatenate files if you want. So if you have 2 files, you can concatenate them the same way you are using the cat command. So that was just a brief video to show you how to use this very useful bat command, which is a better cat. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. And of course, if you have any future suggestion, leave them in the comment below. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.